Now, if you haven't watched the first video, go and watch that now so that you can understand the basics of InDesign. And what we'll do in this video is make our design a bit different so that we can have a go at making a slightly different style of cookbook. What I'll do is open up a brand new document. So File, New, and Document. I'm going to choose A4. And if you don't see A4, just go to Print over here. Click on A4 like that. And what we're going to do differently now is to actually put our page into landscape. We're going to put it on its side like this. We'll press Create now. And we now have a page that's lying down. A lot of cookbooks come in this format. In other words, they come with the pages long instead of tall. And we're going to do exactly the same as we did last video. We're going to take our frame tool here. That's our picture frame. We're going to go to the left here and we'll go all the way and put a picture from top to bottom. Now, just like Illustrator, you can see what my mouse is doing here. If I want to find the middle of a page, I will roughly go to the middle, move slowly, and the picture will click into place. And you can see it goes pink. Now I know that my picture is exactly half of the page. Let go of my mouse. The frame is here. Let's go back to our folder. And we're going to pick up the same picture and put it inside. Again, guys, it's done what it did last time, which is it just put this huge picture and I don't know where the rest of the picture is. Click on the black arrow, V on your keyboard, go down and right click, go to Fitting and Fill Frame Proportionally, like that. Now, I'm not happy with that because it's showing the wrong part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my mouse, click on this little circle and I'm going to keep it clicked. I'm just going to move the picture roughly there because I want some of that background to be there. That's better. You can see I've messed up at the bottom, so I've got to be much more careful to not have any white gaps at the top of the bottom, or it'll look awful. Okay, I've done that. Fantastic. I'm going to go to the text tool or the type tool. I'm going to go from this margin over here, and I'm going to go all the way to the middle there like that. I'm again going to put my title. I'm again going to choose impact. I know the name of it, so I'll just type it now like that. And I'll make it nice and big and put it in the middle, just like we did before. And there we go. We're going to grab our text tool, our type tool, but we're going to do something a little bit different. Now what I've got is some extra photographs of me making the recipe. So we're going to have to do something a little bit differently. We're going to have to actually make the cookbook look like a cookbook. So what I'll do is I want to put the ingredients at the top here. So what I'll do is go from this margin over here. And I'm not going to go to the center, but I'll go a little bit out like that. And what I'll do is type in ingredients like this. Put a colon in there. Of course, you remember we had some ingredients, potatoes, peas. You do need flour for this. I think you need spices. There you go. I'm done. What we'll do is select that text, put some bullet points on there, press the black arrow, and why don't we make this the same font, which was Didot. And we'll do Didot regular. There you go. We're done there. So we've got our ingredients. Obviously, I need to write more ingredients. Now, if you're thinking, well, the ingredients might be more than like, 5, 6, 7, maybe there's 10 or 11 ingredients. Well, we'll do the same trick as we did last time. We'll click on the text box, go down into our properties window and give ourselves 2 columns. Again, I'm going to make it a little bit wider between them so that obviously if I'm going to write the next set of ingredients, so for example, you need butter, you need water, and so on and so on, you will then have this really nice looking double column ingredients up there. Okay, now what we want to do is add a few photographs and a few descriptions. So let's take our frame tool, our picture tool, and I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to make a picture like this. I'm going to actually now start using these columns for myself. So I'm going to take a text tool. I'm going to go to this and I'm going to make a frame that looks like that. Let's click on the black arrow and just make everything match up in size. So it's the same size. Let's see, does it let me? Yep. You see, InDesign is really cool. So it will start matching everything to everything. I think that's really cool. What I'm going to do now is very quickly grab another photograph. And this is going to be, let's say, step 1. And I'm going to drop that in there. Again, guys, get used to InDesign just having your picture thrown into a frame tool and not being the right size. Let's not worry about that. No stress. Let's just zoom in a little bit. I'm going to click on this picture frame here, right click inside, fitting, which is halfway down, and choose the top one. Most of the time, guys, you're going to choose that top option, fill frame proportionally. And there you go. I've got the potatoes over there. Yep, that's cool. And then what I'm going to do is inside this box over here, let's double click there. I need to start writing things. So step 1, and it will be something like boil the potatoes and then mash them. Something like that. So I've written a step 1. I'm going to now go back to my picture frame tool. I'm going to make a brand new frame here. I'm going to grab my text tool and I'm going to make a brand new text box here. Again, you can see that it's not matching in size. So click on the black arrow and make sure that everything matches. It's really important that we have things matching and that things are lined up. Otherwise, it looks really bad. Let's take photo number 2, drop that in this side, click on it once, right click, fitting, fill frame proportionally. There you go. And then we have step 2. Let's double click there. Step 2, and so on and so on. Okay, like that. So I'm not going to waste your time typing out a whole recipe, but you can see once you start doing that, we can make something that looks really professional, almost like we bought it from the shops rather than made it in school. So the things I want you to be really careful of, is lining everything up exactly where it should be. So if I mess it up on purpose right now, you'll see that it's going to start to look really ugly. So if I make things look out of place, you can see that it doesn't look as nice. Things are not lined up and it doesn't look as professional. Let me undo that because it's hurting my eyes. There you go. At any time, you can make things bigger and smaller because InDesign's really clever at working out where the text goes. So if you need to move stuff around, just move stuff around. Don't worry. Don't panic. Just move stuff around and InDesign will figure out where everything goes. Like that. You can see that I've messed up that text box. No problems. Right click inside it, fitting, fill frame proportionally. It will always fix your mistakes as long as you don't panic. And that's how we can make our cookbook look a little bit different. And if I do say so myself, a little bit more professional.